Hey there guys, today's going to be another rather small segment of the travel trailer project. I'm going to show you how I built these cabinets at the back of the trailer. They're going to be for clothes, blankets, and other lightweight items that we may want to store in the trailer for camping. They are a rather small project, but took me quite a bit more time than I thought. But anyways, let me show you how I built them, and then at the end I will talk about what is to come next. So it seems to be the case recently that I don't have much of a plan going into a lot of these travel trailer related projects. For these cabinets, I really wasn't sure exactly what I was going to do. I just knew they had to be pretty darn strong, but still pretty lightweight. So I'm starting off with a general rectangular framework with pocket hole screws and a lot of glue. I used polyurethane adhesive on these longer pieces, but I ended up just going back to glue because my hands just kept getting really messy. But you'll see that is the general framework. And in all, I'm going to make 3 sets of these rectangular frames, and they are all 12 inches tall by 14 inches deep, and the 2 sides are 53 inches long. Once I finished the general rectangular framework of the cabinets, I then added some additional upper and lower support pieces to aid in mounting the cabinets to the ceiling framework, as well as providing some additional attachment points for the plywood that would go on the bottom. And after that, I created some face frames that would go on the fronts of each one of the cabinet units. This not only gives it a nice clean look, but also provides an area for the cabinet doors to mount to. But the biggest single project of this entire build was to make each one of the cabinet doors. Nothing really complex in this. Again, I'm just using pocket hole screws and glue. But then to complete the door, I'm using a router bit to create a little channel to where I can put a plywood backing in there to kind of make it look like a real cabinet door. For the hardware on the cabinet doors, I wanted to use hidden hinges, and for this I used a Craig Tools hinge jig that I borrowed from my neighbor Al. It's essentially just a template to help you line up all of the holes associated with these style of hinges. It was super easy to use, and I can say I might end up buying one of these in the future. Okay, so right now I've got all the cabinet frames and doors painted. I'm going to try to install them right now, but you may see the camera going in and out of focus a bit as these white walls and the windows with no additional light are kind of messing up the focus. Hopefully it won't look too bad, but once I get those done, I'll put all the face framing on and hopefully they'll start to look like some pretty decent cabinets. After I got the cabinet frame secure to the walls and the ceiling, I then started to add my plywood and face framing. One thing to point out is that you're going to notice me using finished nails to affix all of this, but just know that everything was followed up with screws after this. I am aware that this is going to shake and rattle down the road, and it is very secure. You'll see some of the patchwork I did here in just a few moments. Alright guys, that's going to do it for this portion of the travel trailer project. What is to come in the next build phase of this project, that will likely be a rear bed platform where my wife's and my mattress will be. It will also include some storage underneath, as well as a space for our Dometic cooler unit or freezer unit to slide in and out, so it can be kind of out of the way when we're doing activities during the day or cooking in the little kitchenette that will eventually get put in. And it will also include a little space for that exterior pop out or kitchenette, whatever I'm thinking about doing. If you go to probably part 2 or 3, I talk about that a little bit. As well as I will probably be adding flooring, and then I will trim out all of the open sections of the plywood. If you notice in a lot of those clips, you'll see where the plywood lays, there's a little bit of a gap, and I'm going to use some of the scrap pieces of aluminum to kind of make almost like a little chair rail thing. And then after that, I will get on to the front dinette, which I actually have halfway built, but you won't see that until after the bed platform is done. And then after that, I will do all the 12-volt wiring, the solar, the battery, the kitchenette, and after that, I'm gonna take it out camping. So anyway, I appreciate you guys watching as always. Let me know if you have any questions down below, and I will see you next time. Check me out on Instagram if you want to see kind of behind the scenes things. See ya.
Yeah.
How excellent.
Good after dinner drink.
Your favorite kind of licorice?
This type.
What kind is it?
I don't know.
Cross your legs.